Hey everybody, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. Today is Sunday, December 29th. I hope you're well and hope you're having a great weekend. In this video, we're going to be discussing Airbnb's dark secret. A lot of people don't know this, but you can buy gift cards directly through Airbnb in digital form, or you can buy it physically at partner stores. And I think this is your absolute worst nightmare as a host. A lot of people didn't know this, and I've seen so many problems arise from this, from having gift cards. It's an absolute asinine, terrible idea. I can't get over how dumb it is. And I've been starting to use Airbnb a lot less, and I'm using other competitors like Vrbo and booking.com because of this fact. I've never had a bad guest on other competing STRs, so short-term rental websites, right, and platforms. And another reason for that is because of a damage deposit. You can charge a security deposit, which they abolished on Airbnb, but there is a caveat to that, which we'll discuss here in just a moment as well. But I think these two things combined are absolute terrible ideas. And like I said, all of my problems have basically come from Airbnb. I've never had an issue on booking.com. I've never had an issue on Vrbo because of the fact that you can do a security deposit, which we'll discuss in just a moment. But I'm going to discuss why I think gift cards are also a terrible idea. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. You'll be notified on any future content as well if you tick the bell. And you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So you can buy Airbnb gift cards, digital form, at airbnb.ca/gift cards. If you're in the US, that's if you're in Canada. I'm assuming the US is just airbnb.com/gift cards. As you can see, you can hit the buy now button. You can do 100 up to 500, or you can enter a custom amount even. And I think this is an absolute terrible idea. I spoke to Airbnb about this multiple times, and they basically said that yes, you can pay for the whole stay. A guest can pay for the whole stay using a gift card, as long as they have a valid form of payment as well. So a digital, a credit card attached to it as well, not just the digital or the physical gift card. You need a valid credit card as well. But to my understanding, they don't actually authorize any amount on there. They just check it to make sure that it's actually valid. There could be $1 on that credit card. Who knows, right? As long as it's deemed valid, then they can pay with the gift card. So let's say you're booking your stay is $500. They can pay the full $500 with gift cards. I think that is absolutely terrible. I think, when it comes to like an experience or something like that, okay, you should be able to pay with gift cards, but the whole thing, nuh-uh, that just doesn't fly for me. Okay, maybe if you had to pay a $500 damage deposit or a $250 damage deposit like a hotel does, right? I think there's some hotels where you can pay with gift cards, but you bet your bottom dollar that they're going to take your ID, they're going to photocopy your ID, they're going to take a photocopy of a valid credit card, and they're also going to authorize your credit card for a $250 damage deposit. In some cases, it's $500. But I'm pretty sure the bare minimum, the average is around $250 is what they authorize as a security and a damage deposit at a hotel. It makes sense that you can use gift cards as long as you're charging a deposit, but they don't allow you to do that anymore, and we'll discuss that in just a moment. But as you can see, you can buy the digital ones directly on airbnb.com/gift cards, or participating stores have the physical gift cards. So where can I buy a physical gift card? You can buy a physical gift card at participating Shoppers Drug Mart, Loblaws, or Walmart store locations, and that's in Canada. I'm from Canada, so it's on the Canadian version at the moment. So I'm assuming you can buy it at like Walgreens and things like that in the US. So no, our gift cards don't expire. And yeah, you can go through the different frequently asked questions and answers. But I just think this is an absolute terrible idea, especially since they abolished the security deposit. As of right now, hosts are not allowed to charge guests a security deposits through our resolution center or outside the Airbnb platform. Instead, we inform guests at the time of booking that their payment method could be charged. But what if I've had this happen all the time? Any problematic guests, and let me know in the comment section below if this has happened to you. I get tons of problematic guests who tell me that they booked with a gift card, and then I end up having to file a damage claim with the Airbnb, and then they tell me that, oh, it's just normal wear and tear. Like one person actually damaged, I bought a nightstand a few months ago, as I just listed my new property about 6 months ago, and I bought a nightstand for it. This was just 4 or 5 months ago. And after his stay, the drawer completely did not shut properly. One side did, but it was completely bent. And to have somebody come and fix that would cost more than the nightstand, right? The night table. So they told me it was just normal wear and tear. So that was $150 that I'm out, right? And I have to go through the process. I have to take pictures. It's very inconvenient. Whereas if you could just charge a damage deposit, they wouldn't be so reckless, right? And all of my problems have come. They tell me that they bought a gift card, or I get a call from a guest and they're saying, "Oh, the reservation isn't going through. It looks like I don't have enough money on my credit card. I just need to go to the bank. Can I e-transfer you the rest of the $100, or can I extend my stay another night, but I don't have money on my credit card? Can I just e-transfer you?" No, not Airbnb doesn't recommend that either. But you can see what they're doing, right? They just pay down their credit card. These problematic guests, they pay down their credit card enough, whether it's a $500 limit or a $1,000 limit on the credit card. They pay it down by $200 or $300, whatever the booking reservation costs, right? And then if there's even any damage, Airbnb is not able to go after them because they don't have any money on their credit card. And you can even buy with gift cards. Like, just think of the nefarious activity that comes along with that. You're promoting like drug dealers and other kinds of illegal activity on the platform. It's just absolutely ludicrous. And I strongly recommend that everybody do what I've done. Fill out the surveys, fill out the feedback. You can also give us feedback, give them feedback, right? Send them an email. Next time you're talking to them, tell them that, Airbnb support, tell them that you want to speak to a manager. That's what I've done. Tell them that you want this abolished. Having a gift card is absolutely terrible. Okay, if you want to have gift cards, bring back the security deposits, or else get rid of gift cards. And, in my opinion, they should just bring back the security deposits. Vrbo does it. Booking.com does it. I love using those two platforms. Booking.com is my absolute favorite. I'm getting just as many bookings on Booking.com as I am with Airbnb, and that was never the case before. But there is one exception. Hosts who manage their listings with API-connected software, which just basically means a channel manager. So, like, think of Guesty or think of OwnerRez, these third-party applications that you have to pay for, mind you, right? You can't just do it like through the platform like Vrbo and Booking.com. You have to pay a third party, and in some cases it's $50 to $100 a month for one or two listings. So you have to pay that $50 to $100 a month. Plus you have to manage another system and a payment system, and you have to collect the Airbnb, the deposit that would go through the Airbnb booking. You have to collect that, and you have to refund it. You have to manage all that, not Airbnb. On Booking.com and Vrbo, when they book, it's all managed through them, through payments with Booking.com, right? You don't have to worry about it at all. So there is that one exception, and in my opinion, it's just absolute ludicrous. Like, why are they doing this? Airbnb needs to address this. And like I said, I've never had a single booking. Booking.com, and it's not about like discrimination or anything like that, right? Booking.com and Vrbo, they don't even allow pictures. They don't even have pictures on the platform. So I can't even see. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, if you're male, female, young, old. It doesn't matter. I do not care at all with regards to who's booking my suite, right? My condo. All I care about is, did they pay a deposit? Because I've never had a problem guest. Every single guest on Booking.com or on Vrbo, they pay the deposit and they get it back as long as there's no damage, right? And I've never had a bad experience on Booking.com or on Vrbo with any guest because they always get charged the $500 deposit. And in a lot of cases, they don't understand that there's that policy. And it's like, if you scroll down to the fine print in your listing, it will say that there's a deposit, and it will say that it's charged. And what I do is I remind these guests as they're checking in. I see that your $500 damage deposit was collected. The security deposit will be returned after your stay as long as there's no damage. And then some cases like, well, I didn't know that, right? And you're like, yeah, well, it was in the listing and you already authorized it. It's now authorized to your credit card. I actually had one person just last week tell me they wanted to book 5 nights, and they went to book it and they said, I don't have enough money on my credit card for some reason. I said, yeah, there's a $500 deposit. And he said, oh, I didn't know that. And I showed him where to go to see it. And then I got a booking for one night from that same person. And then they told me that it was a different person. They didn't know each other at all. And I'm like, okay, that's very suspicious, but okay, so why? And she's like, I would have booked longer. It was a male at first, and then it was a female who booked it for one night. So, I would have booked longer, but it would only allow me to pay for one night because of the deposit, right? And she also had a dog that was 7 months old, same as the guy. What are the chances, right? But at the end of the day, they will not cause issues if you charge them a $500 deposit. I've never had an issue. But if you are looking at Airbnb, you can check the link in the comment section below. I'll also drop it in the description of this video. But I've been a Superhost for over 2 years. If you're looking at starting Airbnb, you can use my referral link. You'll actually get, I think it's like $100 just for using my referral link after you have your first successful stay. I highly recommend going on to booking.com as well. I highly recommend signing up for Verbo. They're both gaining a lot of traction. Like I said, booking.com is a huge competitor right now to Airbnb. I'm getting just as many, if not more, bookings on booking.com than I am on Airbnb, and the quality of the bookings are way better. I just have a much better experience. So I'll continue to use these. You can link them as well. So you can use the iCal technology and protocol for your calendar, where it syncs all of your listings and all of these platforms together. And if anybody has any questions, you can just message me and use the link in the description in the comment section below. You'll get money for signing up, and Airbnb pays me as well to help you. And I can mentor you and help you set these up. And I can even help you set up booking.com and Verbo so that everything's linked together. You can make a ton of money on these short-term rental website STRs, but you have to be careful with these STR platforms as well, because a lot of issues can arise. And like I said, they tell you, oh, it's normal wear and tear if you go through their refund and cover policies. And you just got to be on multiple platforms. You don't want to just be on Airbnb either, because if you ever get banned from the platform, which is very easy to do, they will ban people for almost virtually nothing, and you cannot get back on. And it takes you weeks before you even hear back from them. So I would strongly encourage you to be on multiple platforms. And let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. We'll continue the conversation there. If the video was helpful, I would appreciate a like, and we'll see you again on the next video. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.